Since you went away, I've been hanging around. I've been wondering why I'm feeling down. Went away, it should make me feel better, but I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. How I'm gonna get through this. You always wanted me to be something I wasn't. You always wanted too much. Oh, now I can do what I want to forever. How am I gonna get through? How am I gonna get through?
At night the people come and go. They talk too fast and walk too slow. Chasing time from hour to hour. I pour the drinks and crush the flowers. What have I done to deserve this? What have I done to deserve this?
Since you went away, I've been hanging around. I've been wondering why I'm feeling down. You went away, but you made me feel better. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. 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 How I'm gonna get
Well, check mic 1, 2, 1, 2. Is this thing working? Hey guys, nothing like a little Pet Shop Boys featuring Dusty Springfield on this fine Sunday, or I guess maybe Monday if you're in Australia. No doubt Miss Sarah Boone is wondering what she's done to deserve this. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, you'll have to bear with me. I'm a little rusty. It's been a while since I've done a live. I think Halloween was the last one. What's up, Cassius? It's about time you caught me doing a live. Good to see you, my buddy, always. Fern, I'm glad you're here. $3.99, what's up? My favorite human in the world who I love, Kimberly Faith. Hi, Miss Lady Lucan. I hope you're doing well. My lovely Roberta Armour's in the house. Simcast. I hope this stream isn't too late for you. I did note that you would like me to tone it down on my sweary words, so I can't make any promises, but let's see if we can start the new year and try to tone it down a little bit. No promises, but at least I can try anyway. What's up, Simcast? Tamara, good to see you. Whoa, Lisa. So I'm sorry if I confused you because I was just being silly. So this girl's name is Sarah Boone. She's from Florida. I'm going to explain the story in a few minutes. But the reason I called it, I said we're now departing for Sarah Boone land, just because we're going on a field trip. And we're going on a field trip to visit her. So I called it Sarah Boone land. Just me being silly. Of course, I confused everyone. Emerald Kimmy is also in the house. What's up? Anybody else that I might have missed, I apologize. Those that are watching, lurking, and hating, of course, you get help as well. So, So, it has been a while. And what goes on? Happy belated New Year and all that jazz. I can say that because, well, it's the middle of January and I haven't seen you guys since before the New Year. So I get away with that. That's enough of that. Happy New Year. So, seems that Sarah Boone's been crying out a lot over the last little while. Well, probably a couple of years, and no one cares. Oh, the irony of that. Now, maybe she has an idea of how her poor boyfriend felt stuck in that suitcase. So, give me a second here. Right, Art Roberta? Georgie girl! Yay! Good to see you, my love. Well, I didn't hold on. Let's not all get all freaked out and get ahead of ourselves. I did not say the sweary words were stopping. That's not get all out of control, everyone. We got to go baby steps, right? Baby steps. That's the one we're talking about. Whoa, Lisa, the boyfriend that cried in the suitcase. That's the story we're getting into. I'm just trying to figure out so I want to give the backstory on this for those that don't know. And then give me a second here. So this is Sarah Boone. And that is the unfortunately now deceased boyfriend, George Torres Jr. And that's the suitcase that he was in. So I'm going to give the sort of background story. And then what I'd like to do is there's a channel that I absolutely love, funny enough, and it has nothing to do with the fact that absolutely is actually in the title, but it does help. The channel is called Absolutely Criminal, and I absolutely love them. And they've done a bunch of different videos on Sarah Boone. This last one they did is, I mean, the situation, don't get me wrong, there's nothing funny about the situation, but this is a couple, and the woman that does the narration, it's so spot on, and it gives you, it gives you an idea of the sense of entitlement that Sarah Boone seems to think that she has. Now, at the same time, this happened in 2020. So let me tell you the backstory, and then we'll continue. That's the link to the Absolutely Criminal channel. Yes, it's great to see you too, Emerald, Kimmy, and everybody. Absolutely, I missed you all. Can you tell I'm a little rusty here and all out of sorts? All right, so let's do the backstory. So on February 24th, 2020, Sarah Boone called 911 claiming she found her boyfriend dead. In this call, she told the dispatcher that the previous night, her and her boyfriend had been playing hide and seek when she put him into a suitcase. Now, way I remember as a kid, that's not how you play hide and seek, but that's just my throwing in my 2 cents worth. You don't sit there and watch where they're hiding. But anyways, this is her story. So I'm going to stop. I'll stop with my adding of stuff. I'll just give you the backstory. So they were playing hide and seek when she put him in a suitcase. According to her story, the 42-year-old Boone and her boyfriend, whose name is George Torres Jr., were drinking wine and playing hide and seek in their Winter Park, Florida apartment. The couple thought it would be funny to put George in a suitcase, and he willingly hopped inside before she zipped him up. Now, again, this is her account of it, right? Boone said she then went up to her bedroom and passed out. Later, she claimed that she had forgot Torres was still in the suitcase when she woke up at around 11 a.m. the next morning. So this all happened the night of the 23rd, probably maybe going into the early morning of the 24th. So it was later on, I think it was early afternoon, about 1 p.m. on the 24th, that she actually finally called 911. So she's gone to bed. She's gone upstairs, says she's passed out, forgot completely. I can see how it happened. You forget that you zipped somebody up in a suitcase. Sarcasm of the ultimate method. So she claims she forgot Taurus was in a suitcase when she woke up at around 11 a.m. the next morning, February 24th. She assumed he was in a different room using the computer or something, and it was only in the early afternoon that she realized that he might still be inside the suitcase. It was at that point she unzipped the suitcase and found a very unresponsive George and called police. When the police arrived, they found George's body beside the suitcase near the door with a cut on his lip and bruising around one eye. Upon police searching her phone, investigators searching her phone, police investigating, same thing, they found 2 videos that were recorded the previous night. Now I'm going to show those after. I'll show after, but I'll just explain right now what is entailed in the videos. One showed Torres yelling out Sarah Boone's name as he struggles to get out of the suitcase, and you can actually see this suitcase. I mean, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible to watch. So as he struggles to get out of the suitcase, he can be heard saying that he seriously can't breathe. Sarah Boone, while being interrogated, could not even watch these cell phone videos that she recorded, but said she couldn't remember filming them. This is what she was claiming. She's maintaining her innocence. She doesn't remember filming them. Now, these 2 had a long history of domestic abuse and physical assaults between them. In 2018, Boone was actually charged with battery and strangulation after they had a physical fight one night when they returned from a bar. The 2 of them had completely contradictory stories, and neither one wanted to press charges against the other. They posted bond, and then the case was later closed. So at this point, Sarah Boone is being held without bail. She's set to appear before a judge for a pre-trial hearing 2 days from now on January 17th, 2023, on Tuesday at 9 a.m. And her actual trial is currently set to begin January 30th, so 2 weeks from today. And if convicted, she faces life imprisonment, folks. So, yes, she filmed it. So what I'm going to show you guys now, please, this is a trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. This is not fun to watch. It really isn't. So if you are queasy and so forth, you may want to click away right now. So this is the recording. I got this from Long Crime Network, so obviously they get a shout out too. But we're going to go ahead here, and I'm going to play. Oh, well, first, I guess we should be official. I should have done this before we started, but. See, I'm rusty. I should have done that at the beginning. So my apologies. Kind of didn't fit there, but I wanted to get it in. So we're off on the field. Check the Sarah Boone land. As I said, please, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. This is not pleasant to watch. You've been warned. Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't fucking breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. 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 Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
It's on you.
Sarah.
Real around some. Might want to get video for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah.
Real around some.
Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you ching on me.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Fucking breathe, Sarah.
Yeah. You should probably shut the fuck up.
Sarah. Is that not absolutely brutal? Yes, I think she was loaded, Fern. This was filmed that night. So before she went up and passed out. But hey, Puff Puff Pass, good to see you. Fairness, Fahrenheit. And I've seen a couple others. Who else came swinging in there that I missed? Did you hear her? Sarah, I can't breathe. That's how I feel when you cheat on me. What the heck? I mean, this is, I'm telling you, that's got to be some damn, yeah, you could, exactly, Emerald Kimmy. You could hear her laughing and snickering. It's really disturbing. I don't want to play it again. It's hard to watch. I mean, I've seen it obviously a few times. But it's absolutely brutal to watch. And you can hear her. You hear her sing, you hear her laughing. She's taunting him. She's absolutely taunting him. Yeah, she's definitely drunk and God knows what else. But so yeah, she was filming. So they found those were taken obviously the night before. Yeah, it's pretty disturbing. Well, judging, I believe I think he was on his side. He would have had to have been in like the fetal position almost, because if you look at the size of that suitcase, it's not very fucking big. You've never seen that? You haven't seen that actual the suitcase footage, the cell phone video. I saw somebody else, I think it was you, Baroness Fahrenheit, said that you'd seen the interrogation, but not this. I'm actually going to put the interrogation. It's like 2 hours interrogation where that's why, I mean, it's the situation is not funny, but she, throughout the interrogation, you hear her saying that it wasn't intentional, not intentional. I mean, she's just delusional, absolutely delusional. But she also doesn't want to watch the videos. I mean, she's, as far as I'm concerned, she's fucked. Whoop, there we go. There's one. That's not bad though. Hey, I'm 20 minutes in and that was my first swear. Got to give me some credit, right, Simcast? Yeah, I am going to, I started to actually upload it before I did the stream, and then I realized it's 2 hours and I'd still be probably uploading it. So I thought I would do the stream and then I'll put the 2 hour interrogation up for you guys afterwards. And then you can watch it if you choose to. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, personally, I don't believe for a single minute the hide and seek nonsense. I mean, I don't understand how he ended up in there. I know, and I don't quote me that this is fact by any means, but I seem to recall reading back a while ago that one of the neighbors heard like thumps or like something. I don't know if it was something being thrown down the stairs, but it's very possible she may have chucked him down the stairs in the suitcase. I don't know. It's kind of an odd place for that suitcase. I mean, never mind the fact that somebody was in it zipped up, but unbelievable. How heartless and cruel can you be to sit there when somebody is saying, I can't fucking breathe? And you laugh at them and taunt them and tease them. That remains to be seen. You know, I don't know, who can say? I mean, it's hard to say. You know, whether it started out as I mean, I don't know. I can't think of even as a joke. Yeah, I kicked him down the stairs. Yeah, laughing. Absolutely, it's premeditated. Well, that's kind of what we're going to get into. No, I don't think anybody wants to be your lawyer. She's already cycled through. I don't even know how many lawyers now. She has sent. I mean, you guys are going to get a really good idea of how, I guess, out of touch with reality she is the best way to put it. That's where this absolutely criminal episode comes into play, because she's actually sent, I think it's maybe 3 or 4 letters to the judge of this case. Now, from what I recall, you'll notice in all of these letters, it's all about her. Going on, her. She's had at least 2, 3, I can't remember offhand how many lawyers that have just walked away from her. I have a feeling it's because they're probably she's not heeding any advice that they're giving her. So they're like, yeah, screw this. I don't want nothing to do with this. What's going to be a circus? Yeah, there is a history of domestic violence, Fern. I mean, obviously, it was a very toxic, unhealthy relationship. For just a moment, forget about the way that it ended. But, you know, the domestic violence, just extremely, extremely unhealthy. Her sitting there trying to justify this poor boyfriend, poor George, saying, seriously, I can't breathe. And her trying to justify it by saying, well, this is how I feel when you cheat on me. I say, what? Unbelievable. Hang on a sec here, guys. And the thing that you're going to find interesting, and as I said, from what I've seen of the letters that I've read that she's written to this judge, nowhere that I've seen at this point, now I might be proven wrong, but I've not seen anywhere in any of these letters where she even addresses George by name at all. All she does is talk about her case. And I don't know, when she talks about her case, she's not talking about the suitcase that she zipped him up in, but what's happening with her case, my case. Never once the fact that, I mean, she's been sitting now for what? Almost 3 years waiting to go to trial. Never mind the fact that poor George Torres Jr.'s family has also had to wait this 3 years to get this crazy psycho to go to trial. No notion of any of that. It's just all about her. Hi, Lisa Marie. Good to see you. Probably, you know, in all fairness, she probably may have been so hammered she didn't remember filming it. I mean, I don't buy for a minute. Maybe initially, the second those investigators showed her that film, she would have remembered filming it. But it's possible she may not. I'm not excusing anything, but she may not have remembered. It's hard to say. Well, this is what I'm not sure. It's kind of all over the place. I don't think George was very big. Let me double check. That's a good question, Tamara. I don't think he was like super tall. He wasn't like the height of Brian Koberger or anything like that. Hang on, guys, for a sec. So George Torres, his height is 5'6", and he weighed 123 pounds. So, I mean, that's actually pretty small for men. Like, that's, I think, below. Isn't it like? Isn't 5? I don't know. It seems very, very small, anyways, for a just a, you know, general, petite, small. We'll say small, petite. But yeah, so he was 5'6" and 123 pounds. But even still, that suitcase that you saw is not very big. There's no way. I mean, he would have had to have been on his side in the fetal position. And for some reason, that's what I seem to recall reading. As I said, don't Don't quote me on that, but that seems like, if you think about it logically, um, that would be sort of the only way he'd be able to fit. All right, so bear with me for a second, guys. Well, it would have been hard to breathe. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, zipped up or not, like, and who knows, too, Cassius, which way was his head facing? Like, was the, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, was there two zippers? Hey, Jackie, you know what I mean? Like two zippers that were zipped up down on one side, but his head, where he was trying to breathe, was actually facing the other side of the suitcase, which would have made it far more comfortable or uncomfortable. Sorry, not comfortable, uncomfortable. Um, Regardless, no matter how he was positioned in that suitcase, that I mean, it would have been so uncomfortable, so suffocating, no matter what. All right, so bear with me for a second here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and pull up that episode of Absolutely Criminal. Well, I am too, Jackie. This is the first time I've covered it like live stream. I was reading up on it back. I think it kind of was making, when she started writing letters to the judge, it was, I think, in September or October. I wanted to do a stream about it then, but other things got in the way. So it got pushed to the back burner. And obviously, with this latest Idaho 4, but I realized that she has a pretrial hearing 2 days from now. And then her trial is set to start on January 30th, which is 2 weeks today. So I thought, what better way to kind of remind people that may have forgotten about it by bringing it sort of back to the forefront? Because I don't know if Court TV is going to be streaming it live, or if it's going to be streamed live. If it is, that'll be very interesting to see. Can you imagine if that trial is actually, allows like cameras and so forth? I'll have to. Anyways, all right, bear with me here for a few seconds, guys, while I pull up the Absolutely Criminal episode. All right. So there's the way. Blah, blah, blah. These guys are fantastic. I highly, highly suggest checking them out, subbing, liking. They're cool peeps. And I even think they're cooler peeps because I actually reached out to them before I did this stream and asked if they would, I mean, not that I needed permission to do commentary and so forth, but I thought, it's better to, reach out and let them know what I'm doing. And I totally have their blessing to do this. So thank you, Absolutely Criminal. I greatly appreciate you giving me your blessing to provide some live reaction and commentary. So to their latest stream. So I'm just going to put you on mute. I got to pull it up there, and then we're going to field trip it off over to there. Do, 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 do. Hang on. Hang on. All right. And they're going to do, no, it's, I turned the volume. You weren't paying attention, Cassius. Can somebody kick that salty bitch out and ban her? Get the hell out of here. Kick that bitch's ass out. Permanently. Who invited her? Guys, stop provoking her and encouraging her. Salty's in the house. All right. Are you sure you're okay? I don't think you're okay. You'll never be okay, but you're good in my books, Cassius. See? Salty bitch always coming in to ruin my moment. Are you coming up to say hi or are you busy? Before I start my my live reaction. Not just for everybody else's sake. It's a pity stop by, right? Well, there it is if you want it there, Sam. God damn it. Oh, Fern, no, it's only the salty bitch I'm kicking out. Because she deserves a good swift kick in the arse. She always does. I don't kick people out unless they're rude. Or a what do they call those spamming porn bots? They get kicked out right away. Y'all are saying hi to Salty and paying more attention to her. That's it. This stream is over. I'm done. Hey, candy for you. Fine. I'm going on a field trip by myself. Hey, some of you guys ended up on the bus with me. All right, that's fine. If you got to be like that, I guess you can all come with me except Salty. She sucks. All right, give me a second here while I get my shit together. No, y'all came with me. Y'all came with me. Hey, Broken Justice, what's up? All right, give me a second here. God, I'm rusty. Not used to this. How are you, Candy for you? I always like candy, especially Skittles. Skittles. Ba-dum-bum. Do. All right. Here we go, guys. She probably came and went. Unless one of them kicked her out like I asked them to. Oh, Salty's playing games. She's here and then she's gone. All right. All right, so here we go. Now, bear in mind, as I said, I call this a dramatic reading of sorts. If you guys haven't seen any of these guys' then you might not understand what I mean by a dramatic reading of sorts, but I think you'll probably catch on pretty quick. So once again, this is Absolutely Criminal and their latest video that they did on Sarah Boone, which is titled Sarah Hates Feeling Trapped. Finally a trial. Yep, Salty did what she does do best.
Sarah Boone's boozy lifestyle allegedly led to a bedtime blunder she couldn't just bury under the blanket. As she went to sleep on the night of the 23rd of February 2020, she may have dreamed of the day she had been with her boyfriend, George. In her mind, there were puzzles, games, and dancing with the dog, and it had been a good day, and she seemed to remember some wine, but it was like, really fuzzy beyond that. Sometimes Sarah caught a game of hide and seek. One or both of them thought it would be funny if George hid in a suitcase. Somehow, he squeezed in and she zipped it shut.
Okay. I'd like to take a poll here for a second. How many times has anybody ever in their lifetime played a game of hide and seek where you actually know and help that person hide in their hiding spot? I'm going to go with nobody except for Sarah Boone. Yeah, there's probably drugs too, Fern. I'm saying that. I'm saying that myself. But I mean, there's definitely instances of domestic violence between both of them, booze. My speculation is probably drugs of some sort, whether it just be weed, God knows what else. Still doesn't excuse any of this behavior. That just is seared in my mind. Seriously, I can't breathe. Now you know how I feel when you cheat on me. What? Anyways, yeah. So this is the twisted game of hide and seek that Sarah Boone wants us all to believe that they were playing. What the
Hey,
heck?
look, I'm okay. Look, Cassie has called me and said she's struggling up there. You got to go help your girl. So I popped up just to say, get your shit together. First of all, I'll say it again, get your shit together. And it's good to see you.
Hey, baby girl, how are ya?
I'm good. How are you? I didn't
Oh,
know
I'm
you were.
good. I'm glad that you came. I didn't know
I
until
am.
this morning either. I was actually going to message you, but then I got caught up doing something else and I forgot. What's up, Wick and Moon? We're just talking Sarah, all things Sarah Boone today.
Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did decide and not message me. That's fine. It was a surprise. Were you surprised? Yep.
Well, it was just a pity message. Not that I wanted you
A
to come
pity.
or anything.
Oh, I see. I see. I'm not interesting anymore.
No, you're my favorite. You know that.
I know. But don't tell anybody else. They'll be jealous, especially Lauren. Don't do it. And
Well,
Cassius.
and Cassius,
You
yeah,
know,
especially
and
Cassius.
Cassius. Yeah, amen.
See, they all live. All right,
So
everybody, say
I
hi to
want to say,
Salty.
hey,
It's
hey,
become the
everybody. I
Salty
can't see the
Show.
chat, obviously. I'm the
I'm gonna
salty
mute you
show.
because I actually can grab a coffee. It's all yours. The floor, baby.
Wait, you're gonna mute me?
I mean,
Does
I'm
that
muting
mean?
myself.
There you go. Okay. I think I can freestyle this for just a little bit while I'm emptying the dishwasher here. Hi, everybody. I can't see the chat, but it's good to be up here. It's good. I saw y'all just a second ago. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's having a very good new year thus far. Um, yeah, whole new year. It's been a while. It has. What are we talking about? Cassius. That's right. We're gonna talk about Cassius. Um, everybody knows. Uh, you know, people are haters, and I think that's why we're getting a little bit of flack because they don't like the fact that we're together. And, they're haters. They're jealous. It's that simple. But he did call me and tell me to come up here and rescue JC's ass. She's a little, how should I put it? What? Out of rhythm. She couldn't find her genetic code, in herself coming out. It's been a little while. I guess that she came and did a live stream on her own. I don't know. That's her own fault. It's not y'all's fault that she sucks and she can't improvise. I mean, let's face it. When you're up here and you're up here, you got to be able just to freestyle it. I can do that. I can do that. She can't. Hence, I haven't spoken to her in how fucking long. Oh, oh, I didn't do a disclaimer. Should I do a disclaimer? Hmm? Even though it's not my channel. It's not my panel. And it's not my live stream. Do I need to do one? Let's see. I'm a little rusty too, kids. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hopefully my audio problems haven't followed me over here. Y'all can hear me. Disclaimer. Go ahead and do it. Disclaimer, baby. If you got delayed ears and you don't want profanity, if you don't like the use of big girl, big boy words, then you might want to change the channel. You might want to exit out. You might want to swipe me up or down because I can't keep it PG-13, kids. Y'all know that. And you might hear me getting a little salty. saying words that start with F and C and S and Chewbacca. Chewbacca. I'm a chewy lover today with buns. Can you see that? You love it. I know you love it, JC. You love the cinnamon buns, and I got them on just for you. Where are you? Where's your hairy ass at, Chewy? Where'd you go? How long does it take you to make a fucking cup of coffee? Oh, I wish I could see the chat. Let me see if I can do that. Let me see if on my phone I can see the chat. Can I?
I don't
And
know.
am I
Can
still
you?
on?
Can you?
I
Can
can't
you?
see shit. Wait, comments. Is that where I'm clicking? Am I clicking on comments? True cry. I see y'all. Wait,
Like you're not new
do
to
I?
StreamYard, you freak.
Ya freak. No, I'm not new to StreamYard, but it's been a hot minute. It really
Freaky
has.
freak. She's a freaky freak.
Crazy but freak. Well, let me say hi to who I can see before you kick
Well,
me
that's
off
what
the
I
cycle.
want you to do. Oh my God, I'm going
I
to
know,
smoke.
but I couldn't see the comments, Jen. God.
Oh God damn it.
Ah, you always do this. And I was finding a rhythm too. I gotta say hi to everybody before I have to leave. But anyway, no.
Whoa,
Hi
did you
to
call me no rhythm, Jen? That will fucking be sufficient with that. That ends it right there,
hashtag no
right?
rhythm, JC. No
No
rhythm,
rhythm, no rhythm, Jungle Jen. Carry on with your.
Jen. You like that? My name. What's the name today? Chewy Fangirl? Yeah, that's just off the top of my head. I had to come up with something
Don't
quick.
think I
I'm a
noticed that
Chewy
first.
Fangirl.
You don't think I noticed that first thing? My number one fangirl, baby. All right. Carry on with your bad.
Didn't see anything. But really quickly,
I
yes, I
did. I
do.
laughed. Oh God, you're
Oh
hijacking it.
gosh.
Carry on.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna say hi to who I can see. Baroness Fahrenheit, if you're still here, hi. It's good to see you, Kimberly Faith as well. Good to see you, Han and Tamra. And again, Kimberly Faith, Roberta Armar. Good to see you. She sounds quite drunk. Not yet. Not yet, but it's still early. Just wait for it. Oh yeah. Fern, hi, how are you? Good to see ya. Emerald Kimmy, there's our girl. Emerald Kimmy, always, always, always. Good to see you. Puff, 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 and pass. Puff, puff, wait, puff, puff, pass, puff, puff, pass. Say that 3 times fast. Fuck. Cass. Simcast, hi. If you're still here, it's good to see you too. Ah, she's one disturbing bitch. I am. I do. I own that. I will. I will carry that on my shoulders. I am. Ah, who else? Everybody's here. Everybody's over here. You got all the cool kids over in your chat, Jed. Damn. Of
That's
course,
because
that's
I
like
told him you wouldn't be here.
ah, well, Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie. Oh, that was sad. She died so young the other day, didn't
Oh,
she?
yes, yes. Rest in peace, Lisa Marie.
Wow. Yes. Rest in peace. Oh, okay. It's just weird. It's weird being up here with you,
I know. I feel
Jackie.
really rusty too.
Me too. I mean,
Rusty
I'm always
today.
rusty, dusty, and salty.
I'm just bitchy. That's rusty,
Dusty?
dusty, salty, and bitchy.
Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad
Kimberly
I am.
Faith.
I'm glad.
Do you see Kimberly Faith? She's got a little song going. Here a chewy, there a chewy, everywhere a chewy, chewy.
Not yet. I'm getting there, Georgie girl. I'm saying I just want to make sure that I say hi to everybody before I get off because I'm not that rude. Georgie girl again. It's good to see you. Hi, Kimberly Faith again, and Tamara, and then Kimmy and Cassius, and there's me, the salty bitch. Yeah, 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 yeah. Candy for you. Good to see ya. I'm just getting down there. Wait, yeah, wait. I can't see. Broken Justice. Hi. Haven't seen you in a hot minute either. How are you? I hope everybody's doing well, like I said. And Happy New Year, even though it's several weeks into it and it sucked ass for me so far. What about you, JC? Yeah?
Huh? What?
Has this,
What? Where are we? What's
has this
going on?
new year been good to you so far, is what I'm asking.
Oh, well, yeah. So far, so good. Feel like a
Good.
great weight and a big dark cloud's been lifted off my shoulders. That's for fucking sure.
Well, there you go. It's amazing, isn't it? How you can just get a little bit of perspective when you're like, fuck.
Well, once you
Damn.
come out of it, yep, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So new year, new
Oh,
start, move
you
forward.
everything. Yes. So what are we
Absolutely.
discussing today?
Say hi to Maddie, by
Have I
the
said?
way,
Oh
before
no!
I
Wait,
forget.
wait, 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 wait! I'm catching up to the new people. G99, hi, it's good to see you. Thank you for saying my little salt shaker. She put a little salt shaker in there for me. I like that. Thank you. That makes me feel special. It's true because nobody does that anymore. Wicked Moon, how are you? I hope all is well. What? Don't tell me to shut up.
Nobody
That's so
does
sweet.
that anymore. Get the hell out of
What?
here.
Everybody
Sorry,
forgot that
Sam
I
Cass.
have
I
birthday.
wasn't expecting Salty to hijack my stream, so unfortunately, the whole I was gonna start the new year not swearing as much is off the table for this stream.
Oh, that's fucking ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. You fucking think that you could have fucking helped that at all? Your salty language? Fuckity fuck fuck fuck. JC. Okay, no, I don't want to hijack the channel anymore. I got to go finish emptying the dishwasher though. All the fun
Perfect.
things that you do. But I'm
Well,
listening. I am listening.
all right. Well, I'm glad you popped this by. You made everybody's day. They're more happy to see you than me. So thank you for that.
No, 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 no.
Well,
Okay.
now I've got to fire all my mods because not one of them banned your ass like I asked them to. Happy Sunday,
Use
y'all.
your
I'm
riches.
fucking fired.
Y'all are I love your mom. I love your mom. So come on. And I love you. No, I am listening. I am gonna listen. I am interested in what you're talking about, babe. But I'm gonna be doing I have to take care of the stuff, do stuff around the house, you know that on a Sunday, all the fun shit.
Oh, don't need
But
your Sunday itinerary. Thank you very much. No, me not
well,
needed.
you know, hey, at least I'm wearing a bra.
I'm not, but I don't have any boobs, so it doesn't
Okay.
unless it
I love you, girl. No,
Okay.
I am listening. I'll be listening and be in the
Don't
chat.
threaten me.
Okay.
Get the hell out of here. Yeah, get out.
Okay.
Bye, Maddie.
Bye.
And nice to talk to you. Bye, Sam.
Bye. Bye.
Good riddance. I mean, goodbye. Well, there we go. A little impromptu visit from my favorite salty bitch. I'm sorry, Sam. I didn't know she was coming, so I'm gonna have to take the swearing off the table. That's Sam's fault. Can you take that up with her? I apologize. I really had no idea. Cassius, I'll deal with you later. So what was that? You said I was doing well, and she still came. That's why she came and hijacked it. Y'all have a good salty day now, bitch. Yeah, and I wasn't kidding about you mods. Y'all are fired after this, I'm telling you. All right, so we're going to go back. Let's start this again. Oh, throw me right off kilter. Thanks, Sam. Doing what you do best. All right. Oh, I had enough of her, Fern. Funny, funny, funny. Happy Sunday, Sam. Do your dishes. You can come do mine too. All right, so I'm just going to start this again. You had one job. All right, I'll start this again. Being serious for a minute again. This is, as I said, I like to call it a dramatic reading of sorts. Even though we know this is actually very serious, this crime, it's horrific. When I listened to this when they first put it out, and I actually at parts because of I'm not laughing, and you'll probably hear me giggle. I'm not laughing at this situation by any means. I am laughing at the absolute ridiculousness of Sarah Boone and her sense of entitlement and these letters that she's writing to the judge. It's just her perception of what she thinks is going on, what she wants. That's what you will hear me giggle at, and you guys might find yourself giggling too. It's certainly, I just want to clear up for people that are going to maybe try to start anything. It's not that this case is funny in any way, shape, or form, obviously, but the behavior and actions of Sarah Boone just leave you completely like, what? So that's exactly, thank you, Kimberly. That's the best way to put it. The stupidity of Sarah Boone is quite laughable, but we know that the actual situation overall is far from funny. So I believe, so there's about 3 or 4, I think, that were written. She's written since September, October. I believe, if I recall, this last one that the kids or the guys are absolutely criminal. The narrator's name is Tiffy Lou. She reads, I think it's the most current letter, but you'll get this. They're going to give the little backstory, and they're going to explain it probably far better and far much more entertainment than me. All I've got is a salty bitch to entertain you. So who's right there? All right, let's be serious. We're now up on a field trip to Sarah Boone Land with Absolutely Criminal. All right. Give me a sec. I know there's no sound. I haven't pushed play yet, Cassius.
Boozy lifestyle allegedly led to a bedtime blunder she couldn't just bury under the blanket. As she went to sleep on the night of the 23rd of February 2020, she may have dreamed of the day she had been with her boyfriend, George. In her mind, there were puzzles, games, and dancing with the dog, and it had been a good day. And she seemed to remember some wine, but it was like, really fuzzy beyond that. Sometime before bed, Sarah claimed the couple played a game of hide and seek. One or both of them thought it would be funny if George hid in a suitcase. Somehow, he squeezed in and she zipped it shut. We're not trying to be party poopers, but if they were indeed trying to play hide and seek, they were doing it wrong. First of all, the seeker in this case hid the hider herself. But hey, let's be generous and say, perhaps due to their intoxication, they wanted to lower the difficulty level. Fine. To be fair, in her blacked out condition, the seeker would have likely forgotten the hider's location anyway.
Imagine to lower the level, the game level of hide and seek because they were intoxicated. Oh my god. Get ready. For those that don't know much about this story, get ready. Buckle up, buttercups. Kimberly, Cassius, I'm going to have to separate you two. You two are not allowed to talk to each other. I will be dealing with both of you after this stream. You guys are in trouble. You don't even know it yet, and I'm going to give it to you.
All right, so we all know that's when the counting starts. 1, then 2, then 3, and more. Somewhere between 4 and the bottom of the next wine bottle, she went upstairs to bed and left George in the lurch. Sadly, he never had a chance, and his previous cries for help went unanswered by a callous observer. This is Sarah Boone, and she's been feeling a little claustrophobic lately. Doesn't anyone care that she's been there over 1,000 days? She told the judge and the world that she's ready to get the show on the road. Hey, sounds like a good idea. This is absolutely not intentional, but this is absolutely criminal.
So bear in mind that Sarah Boone has been in jail. So this actually happened on February 24th, 2020. So it was almost 3 years ago. So she's been sitting in jail since. But some of it, I think the majority of this is her. It seems like no lawyer can stand her. Let's just say it. No fucking lawyer can fucking stand her. And as I said, it's just my speculation, but I have a feeling because she's gone through so many lawyers that these lawyers are leaving because she's not heeding any advice that they are on her. So yeah, so we're 3 years in. Silly, silly girl.
Somehow, folded into the fetal position inside this eerily pulsating suitcase, George was in a fight for his survival. His desperate pleas went unanswered, and he was only mocked as he begged for his life the only way he could.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Try to keep that image in mind as we delve into the mind of a woman who thinks her desperate pleas are going unanswered, and she is being openly mocked on the internet as she begs for help from her lawyers the only way she can. She is writing letters to her legal team, the judge, and if necessary, the governor himself. We think it would be amazing if that happens, and we'll keep you updated.
Sorry, I realized I wasn't on the screen after. I was probably a little bit of dead air there. My apology. See, I'll never get my shit together on top of being a rusty, dusty, salty bitch. So I guess what you didn't hear when I last paused it is, yeah, so she's been in jail for almost 3 years. Don't forget, this incident happened um, February 24th, 2020. Now, obviously, I think the majority of this time is her own doing because the lawyer can stand her ass, which is also what I said. It seems that there's no lawyers can stand her, and as I said, my speculation on it is that Sarah Boone is not heeding any advice that lawyers are giving her, and they're just like, screw this man, I ain't defending this crazy loon. Um, she sounds as loony as Letitia Stouch in her letters. Well, wait till you hear them if you haven't heard any of them already. Sarah Boone, my case Boone. What's that, Wiccan? What can she moan about? She's plenty of room in the cell and like the man. Yeah, good point. Well, and this is what I said earlier. The irony of it that Sarah Boone's been crying out for 3 years and it seems that no one cares. Well, maybe now she can get just a small iota of what it felt like being George, unable to fucking breathe. That's not even close, but you know what I mean? The irony that she's crying out saying nobody cares. But yeah, she is. Tiffany Lou had said at the beginning there that Sarah Boone is being openly mocked. Well, yeah. I mean, she's brought all this on herself. So let's go back here and we'll get into the letters and you'll get a better idea of how self-entitled and how out of reality this. I mean, she thinks she's gonna walk. I really believe that she thinks that because she says that it was not intentional, that's gonna get her off scot-free. I really don't think this woman, for lack of better wording, has any idea of what's really going to be coming down the pipe for her. I don't know, Fern. I'm hoping it is. I really hope that it is televised because holy heck, won't that be one friggin' goddamn circus? All right, let's get back to it.
In the meantime, if you're new to the case or just need a refresher, that's coming up. But first, if you're new to the channel, welcome! If you've just been lurking in the background watching us from afar for a while, we probably understand you the best of all. Please take the plunge and subscribe to Absolutely Criminal so you're up to date on all our latest episodes. Give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed yourself so far. Now back to that good day in February of 2020. It was the 24th, to be precise, and transpired in Winter Park, Florida. Sarah and George led a chaotic lifestyle full of booze, mutual abuse, arrests, and bailouts. Several of their neighbors gave multiple accounts of hearing arguments and seeing Sarah stumble through life. She was reportedly drunk at any hour of the day, and George liked to partake himself. Before stumbling up the staircase that night, as we mentioned, Sarah said the couple played a very unconventional and improbable game of hide and seek. We don't know how high she counted before ascending that flight, and we might not even know about George's unfortunate end without one little detail. A stumbling, drunk Sarah Boone felt the need to document it all on her phone. Here, George can be heard calling out her name while she slurs her words and mocks her captive.
So just a warning again, I know I played this earlier. I actually played the video, but for those that weren't here and didn't see it before, warning, 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 this is pretty distressing to watch. So just a heads up, guys.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Whatever iniquities George committed in his past are irrelevant, as no human being should ever die the agonizing death he did. She was arrested, and of course had one of the most fascinating police interrogations ever recorded. We covered it extensively in episode 18 of Absolutely Criminal, so if you'd like to check it out, links are on screen and in the description. Over the next several months and years, Sarah stewed inside her cell as she burned bridges with 5 lawyers. According to court filings, most of the attorneys cited their mutual dissatisfaction with their client as the reason for their motion to withdraw. The following is speculation on our part, but here's how we imagine most of those conversations playing out.
Speculation.
Sarah, I really think we could work out a plea deal here so you won't spend the rest of your life in prison.
You think that I did that intentionally?
That really doesn't matter here. George is still dead. You captured your own crime on video, and you'll sound heartless in front of a jury, so...
You can clearly tell that I had been drinking some. You can clearly tell.
We could mention intoxication in your defense, yes. But I'm advising you that it wouldn't...
I did not intentionally do this. No malicious content or effort was towards this. No malicious.
As we discussed,
Y'all caught that? No malicious content. Content. She had no malicious content. So did I mention that she doesn't use words in appropriate places? I guess I forgot that, but she kind of showed us. Yeah. No, there was no malicious content, y'all. And for some reason, sorry, just before I hit play, for some reason, I seem to think that this lady that's narrating is a couple, Andrew, and her name is Tiffany Lou. I believe she goes by Tiffy Lou. I believe she's done some narrations for some Netflix documentaries. I seem to recall reading that somewhere. What one specifically, I don't know, but for some reason, that's sticking out in my mind. Malicious, no malicious content. All right.
in episode 19 of Absolutely Criminal, Sarah wrote a letter to Judge Wooten in April of 2022 that we imagine made the court clerk chuckle as it was passed on to the judge. Here are just a few highlights.
Forgive me if this is the wrong approach in contacting you directly, but I wanted you to be fully aware of the magnitude of my shock and disappointment in the betrayal of Mr. Padilla, as I have not in by anyone provided any explanation for the aforementioned withdrawal, etc. Thank you beyond measure for your very needed assistance and understanding. I am flying blind. I don't know the process, procedure, or protocol for any of this since I have never been in the current situations I am in. Again, I thank you profusely. I await your response with further direction in order to be in attendance and proceed forward. Exceptionally grateful, Sarah Boone.
About 6 months after that amazing missive, she penned a sternly worded letter to her attorney, Frank Bankowitz.
It's the voice that she uses as Sarah Boone that makes me roar. The inflections and oh my god, that's what makes this whole thing for me is her Sarah Boone voice, the way she's talking like Sarah Boone. I can't help but snicker at it. Like it's just it's not funny, but that's pretty much about how I would expect her to in these letters. All right, carry on.
At Absolutely Criminal, we try to imagine both sides of the criminal equation, and we can certainly understand Sarah feeling trapped in an overloaded legal system, moving at a frustrating pace. It's just hard to sympathize with her, assuming she did what she recalled herself doing. Her presumptive innocence can't erase that fact, and George's cries from within that suitcase will be something we never forget. Sarah likely only remembers bits and pieces of that night. With a black heart and a blacked out brain, she went up those stairs. As she continued the letter, she tried to impress upon the reader her helplessness, having missed 4 of her son's birthdays and feeling cut off from communication.
I want to get on with my life, Mr. Bankowitz, and not miss any more time necessary from my son. I've already missed 4 of his birthdays and spent 3 of my own in here. Please understand.
Toward the closing of this letter, she hailed her powers of patience and heaped love and godly gratitude upon Mr. Bankowitz.
I'm so very grateful, Mr. Bankowitz, for all you are doing, have done, and will do. We're in this together. I'm so blessed that you are my attorney. God has put us in each other's paths for a reason, and I can't wait to see what you and he will do.
Meanwhile, it was attorney Frank Bankowitz who was banking on frankly removing himself from a bad situation.
So did you catch in that letter? It's all about how long she's been there. When can she get her life going again? She hasn't seen her son. Nothing about poor George, her boyfriend, his family. Nothing. Just what I want to get my life started. Me.
But after nearly 3 years, countless false starts, and trial delays, court records seem to indicate Judge Wayne C. Wooten had seen enough of the show, which Sarah would later say she was eager to get on the road. That's near the end of this next letter, which she furiously scribbled and fired off from her cell. It was November 3rd, 2022, now 984 days since George breathed his last, and the Torres family gathered to mourn his life. All Sarah appeared to mourn was for her life, as it appeared there was no remorse and very little self-awareness.
Honorable Judge Wooten, forgive me in advance for having to utilize your invaluable time to ask the current progress of my case. But after not having any form of communication with my attorney appointed by you, now after 11 weeks and counting, after 4 letters to my attorney appointed by you with no response, and after finally finding an outside resource to inform me of the uneventful, confusing filed documents online by my attorney appointed by you, I am still waiting with a perpetual question mark over my head. Or put upon Sarah, solo in her cell and selling herself as a victim. No letters, no video visits, no face-to-face visits, no answered phone calls from my attorney, or even a response from you, Your Honor, regarding one of my letters expressing my legitimate concern of what's going on in my case.
Note the use of where she uses capital letters throughout these letters. What's going on in my case? My case. So she started out really smooth with, talking up and complimenting the judge, Judge Wooten, and very quickly went into the lawyer you appointed for me. You. Oh, yes. Her delivery is definitely something that leaves a lot to be desired. We'll just leave that there.
And where's my attorney? It has now been over 4 months since being appointed another attorney, number 6, and not by my decision, influence, or choice. And almost 3 of the 4 months not hearing from said attorney.
Attorney number 6. Attorney number 6. That's how many attorneys she cycled through. That's why I say, if the common denominator here is Sarah Boone, That's why. And I'm not an attorney, and I'm sure as hell not pretending to play one on YouTube, god damn it. But to me, common sense, kind of logically, that's why I'm saying I think that all of these attorneys are offering her advice. She is doing the complete opposite. And they're like, yeah, we don't want nothing to do with this. We're walking. 6 attorneys, man. And she hasn't even gotten it. Good Lord. God help her fucking black soul.
8/22/22, last correspondence. Why? What is the reason? Why haven't I received a letter, even a 15-minute video update, anything? Even after my PTC on 10/25 is what truly confuses me and nonetheless upsets me. The fact I was not in attendance so I could know what's going on in my case, especially considering I have not heard from my attorney in 11 weeks and should have been included. Why was I not? This is my case. Was Mr. Binkowitz even there to represent me? I don't know anything. Still.
I can't. It's so not funny, but I can't help what's going on in my case. I think the lawyer that she doesn't know walked away. She's wondering if he's contact. I still don't know anything. Oh, God. This woman is an absolute fucking mess. She is a complete mess. Oh, man. Yeah, I feel so sorry for her, said no one ever. Hey, Amber. How are you, buddy? Well, I just saw you now, Amber. I'm not sure when you got here, but that's what I've been saying. 6 attorneys, I think that's what's happening is that every single bit of advice that they're giving her, she's completely ignoring, not following, and doing the complete opposite. That's what I mean. Stopping, because it's not funny. If you notice again, and I said this at the beginning, taking into what Roberta just said here, how it must have been awful for his family to see that video. Notice in all of her letters, there's not one acknowledgement. She doesn't name George by name. She doesn't acknowledge the family. All it is her case. She doesn't specifically make any reference to him like that. I guess that detachment, that disconnect, but you can see this is what I mean about how she's selfish, and it's really the sense of self-entitlement. She doesn't care, obviously, about his family or him or the fact that he's even fucking dead. She just wants to get away. She's clearly showing zero remorse, zero flipping remorse. And just like tunnel vision, me in my case. It's really sickening. But the voice that Tiffy Lou does, I just can't help but snicker because that's kind of exactly what I envision if she read these letters, how she would actually sound. I mean, it is awful. And again, I'm not trying to make light of it. Watching that video, I played it at the beginning, Amber, the full 2-minute thing there, but watching that, you can see he's struggling and you see the fabric on the suitcase move. And it blows my mind how somebody could stand that close knowing that somebody is suffering, can't breathe, and standing there filming it, mocking, taunting, and laughing through the whole thing. That is one heartless bitch and deserves everything that's coming to her.
The problem is that my constitutional rights are incorrectly being waived without my knowledge or permission. I've never signed anything, nor verbalized the idea I wish to waive my appearances to any of my court dates. I want to be present for all dates going forward, please, regardless the significance. All are significant to me since my attorney fails to relay any information in any way. If he's not going to, then I must myself and for myself, as always, my entire life. We can't continue this letter without striking up the world's tiniest orchestra. as the mini violins play the soundtrack to her life.
What else can I do? Who else can I seek help from? I have you and God, Judge Wooten. If I do have an attorney, where is he? There's so much to do all over in my case, hopefully the right way this time.
What a declaration. I've got God and you, Judge Wooten. Where's my attorney?
Off to a rocky start, where I wonder how more extended my time will be on top of the almost soon to be 36 months, 3 years already. Is this how the justice system really works? Am I being penalized for wanting to be fully involved in everything in my case and intelligent enough to know how my case is being handled is unjust and, from my point of view, disastrous, considering I'm still here sitting in Orange County Jail, counting the days and praying my sixth attorney contacts me.
Well, Sarah Boone, at least you will to be able to count days, even though you're sitting and rotting in a jail cell where you belong, unlike your ex George, who will never be able to count another day again. What a selfish, self-entitled little skank, eh? Wow. And that's, like you said, Amber, she doesn't care. She only cares that she's sitting in jail and wants out. My case, where's my lawyer? She wants to be involved in everything, except for remembering about the video that she took that's going to fry her flipping ass in court, I'm sure.
And I, or we, can move forward, finally coming an end to this seemingly endless debacle. You would think, considering the circus show my entire case is being made out to be with all the hype, sensationalism, and publicity, I received a letter all the way from across the pond, England, the other day, that it would be handled more professional, better. I learned something new every day about facts, events, and outcomes in my case from all the inmates and officers as well. I wonder if they might know where my attorney is.
Understandably, lawyers appear loath to return Sarah's calls.
Sounds to me like lawyers are playing hide and seek with Sarah Boone. They just don't want to be found ever.
But no doubt they did the very best with what they had to work with. As far as the letter is concerned, it only gets better from there.
Bottom line, please understand, I don't want to be here any longer. I don't want to be hindered any longer in getting just to the starting line again. I don't want to be suppressed in being heard finally, truthfully, and correctly. So, when, Judge Wooten, when will I hear from my attorney? Or you, please, just with some kind of response other than a copy of my letters I keep sending, which I already have. In the meantime, it is my understanding the following documents have been filed in my case since the appointment of Frank Bankowitz, my attorney, MIA.
After presenting a fairly comprehensive list of correspondence, she continued,
That's it? In the almost 4 months I've been a client of Mr. Bankowitz, this is the only progress? What's next? Where are my copies of everything filed ever? There's one way I can have some idea of what's happening, and please remember, I have no access to a computer nor any reliable outsourced resource to check anything for me. Please mail copies. I'm trying to come up with any solution possible to keep me, the other party in my case, informed and updated. This also is a part of the court's responsibility. I would especially think, knowing I've not heard from my attorney in any way for 11 weeks,
I want to be included. And now came the usual best part of Sarah's scribbles, the closing, where she pours on the sugar, making sure to flatter the recipient while reminding them of what a sacrifice she's making for humanity.
Here we go.
As always, I thank you for your time and understanding. Please help however you are able. I am not helpless. I am ready to get this show on the road and to hear from someone other than myself asking the same question over and over. What's going on in my case? Or how many more pens will I exhaust asking? Grateful and patiently waiting, I await your response.
Really? What's going on in my case? Or how many more pens will I exhaust asking? Now, bear in mind, guys, these are letters that she's writing to the judge. Could you imagine being a lawyer in front of this woman and all the freaking demands and what she like? It sounds like it's going to be her way or no way, which sounds like that's why the lawyers want nothing to do with her. Yeah, exactly, Amber. You aren't going anywhere, so what's the rush? How much longer do I have to stay in jail? My boy has, I don't know if George, if the boyfriend had kids, she has a 4-year-old son, which I think probably has been taken away from her, considering she's been sitting in jail for the last 3 years. But hi, Ellabella. She's the one that got drunk with her boyfriend, and somehow the boyfriend ended up dead, zipped up in a suitcase, but she said they were playing hide and seek. Exactly, Tamara. We know exactly why she's gone through 6 attorneys. And these are only letters that we're reading. Imagine, as I said, imagine her being in front of somebody and the way she would talk to them and the demands. Like, this is worse than fucking the biggest divas in the world that, want this, that, and everything. Like, where the hell does she get off? And not once has she even, all she says is it's my case. Not once. For somebody, says it wasn't intentional, she certainly doesn't feel bad for anybody other than herself.
Sincerely, Sarah Boone. And so November came and went, and there she sat in the confines of her cell, crying out in a small space, and no one gave a damn. So after stewing an additional month, Sarah decided it was worth it. Although pens were a precious and finite commodity in prison, she would sacrifice one more in the hopes of capturing hearts and minds. Where's my attorney? Where are you, Judge Wooten? I understand the holiday mode everyone is in as we inmates sit and wait for it to pass. But before I or we come to the end of yet another year, almost 3 for me in OCCD, it would be respectful of the court to please advise the status and location of my attorney foremost, and also provide any real progress of my case, which is difficult to do, and further without an attorney. Nonetheless, after being appointed so many, I thought hopefully the level of dysfunction would be lessened. Unfortunately, to date, I am sadly mistaken and feel I've been severely misled. Even more unfortunate seems to be the lack of representation from any party of my case, other than myself. Look at the numbers. She couldn't believe the lack of professionalism and urgency shown by the judge, her attorney, and other staff in the legal system.
How can there be lack of professionalism from an attorney when she doesn't have one and she can't keep one? Fuck. Nobody wants to touch her with a 10-foot pole. Can't say as I blame them. Yeah, she does. Well, Lisa, she thinks, I really firmly believe that her whole, I don't know if you've seen the interrogation or not, but let's just say probably the most used statement she makes in that interrogation is that it wasn't intentional. It's not intentional. It wasn't intentional. Intentional being that word. Not intentional. Sorry, not intentional. I think it's probably the most used words that she speaks in the interrogation. And I personally believe that she thinks that if she just continues saying it wasn't intentional, that she's going to get off scot-free and walk away. Unbelievable. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. She's just completely delusional. Completely. And I mean, you can see that the only thing that is urgent for her is getting out of there. You know, what's going on in my case? My case. I've been sitting here. Again, it's just absolutely deplorable how, I mean, it's not surprising there's a disconnect and a detachment, but the fact that there's no mention of the family, the boyfriend's name, or anything. She's just like, in some regards, it's almost like this isn't a big deal for her, but the big deal is the fact that she's stuck in prison and not able to carry on living her life how she was. Whack job, she is.
Now she turned her attention to an upcoming hearing. In the meantime, and in preparation for the upcoming status hearing on 12/20 at 10:45 a.m., which I just received notice for, thank you for the inclusion. I am in the process of writing to our governor regarding the mismanagement of my case and the multiple added obstacles and deterrents I am experiencing, trying to avoid any further time-consuming hindrances or setbacks going forward. We know it's not Christmas anymore, but it would be one big bonus from Santa if DeSantis receives a letter from Sarah Boone any time of the year. That's Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. He's a polarizing figure, but if we have found something we can all come together on, from young to old and left to right, we would all love for Sarah Boone to write a letter to the governor, just by exhausting one more pen. But she went on to explain and complain, and this time, boy, is she angry at you. All this watching you do. Listen up, you. Some of the major legitimate concerns of mine are the violations of my constitutional rights, the degree of neglect and nonchalant approach by everyone in my case to substantially progress, and the illegal, non-permissive release and distribution by the Orange County Sheriff's Department of crucial, confidential case files, videos, photographs, documents, etc., pertinent to my case, which I have not even seen or even know about. Everyone knows more than I do about my case. As a result, it is impossible to choose a jury that will be impartial, fair, and uninfluenced by all the mutated, exaggerated, hyped sensationalism. I take offense to that. This being a significant reason I requested a change of venue previously. At this point, it will make no difference. There's nowhere I am not known. The premature, unfair judgment by everyone has wrongfully and inappropriately already been made. I haven't even seen my discovery or know where my attorney is, my sixth attorney. Not only am I the attorney in my case still in the dark with everything, I am blind and in the dark. This is wrong, unfair, especially for a still proud citizen of the United States of America, and unacceptable. There is more to everything, much more, and in which I've been patient to an extreme to explain, interpret, and educate what now seems to be to the whole world. The strain of educating the whole world is unimaginable. Between that and being a political uniter, she's got less free time than Spider-Man. I am hopeful the governor will be able to untangle the chaos and mistreatment. No one else seems to be available or willing to abide by the protocol of our justice system and rightfully eagerly apply themselves. I'm hoping still these aforementioned topics can be further discussed at the hearing on the 20th, and in which I am bringing to everyone's attention prior. I have not heard from my court-appointed attorney to date, so I am unaware what else may be on the docket. It's time to finally move forward and in all the right ways. Happy holidays, Sarah Boone. If all goes according to information currently available, a pre-trial conference is scheduled for January 17, 2023, and the trial will begin promptly on the 30th. We hope you think of us when that happens, because we'll be all over it. But before that, we have a new episode coming up next week, so we hope you've subscribed and hit thumbs up for us if you've made it this far. So until then, friends, let the darkness come alive. We've got Math Boy Fly, aka Daryl Brooks, right here. We'll put up 2 more, and please don't forget to subscribe so you can watch our next live premiere. Later.
I gotta remember to unmute. What's up, Grumpy Granny? Good to see you, lovely. Are you back home in Australia? Are you still watching those Northern Lights? That was, her name is Tiffy Lou from one of my favorite channels called Absolutely Criminal. As you can see, my favorite human in the world, Kimberly Faith, just posted the link. Definitely check them out. For those that weren't here, did you guys want to see that video that she filmed of him in the suitcase? Or good to see you. I'm glad you stopped by, Grumpy Granny. Happy New Year. I'll play that video once more. Warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. This is not pleasant to watch. So if you've got queasy stomachs and so forth, then you probably don't want to watch this. So this is, for those that weren't here, this is so Sarah Boone actually recorded George Torres Jr., which is the name of her now murdered boyfriend at the time, was her boyfriend. She actually recorded him, and you're going to see her taunt, tease, laugh. It's absolutely despicable what she does. So give me just a second while I cue that up. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. So like I had thought, so there is 2 days from now, on Tuesday, January 17th. So like I had thought, so there is 2 days. Whoa. Echo, echo, echo. Goodness. Hang on. Everything's opening on me. So on the 17th, there's a pretrial hearing at 9 a.m. And unless something changes between today and January 30th, 2023 at 9 a.m., that is when her trial is supposed to start. Hey, Oliver. All right. So again, guys, please be warned if you got queasy stomachs or so forth. This is really, really actually very hard to watch. So it is a bit distressing. So please be warned. Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't fucking breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. 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 Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
It's on you.
Sarah.
real ransom. Might want to get video for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah.
Real ransom.
Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you chewing on me.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Fucking breathe, Sarah.
Yeah. You should probably shut the fuck up.
Sarah.
Shh.
Brutal, isn't it? That's just awful to watch. Yeah, you're right, Roberta. Everything you've done to me. I can't breathe. Now you know how I feel when you cheated on me. Absolutely despicable. And I did see when Broken Justice was in here earlier, I know I mentioned that, I thought I'd heard or read somewhere that the neighbors had heard thumps, which very well I thought could be him in the suitcase being kicked or thrown down. And I believe Broken Justice confirmed that as well. So I'm pretty sure I saw that back at the beginning. But it's out of, she's from, what is it, Orange County, Florida, Oliver. It happened back in February of 2020, but she's being very difficult, very demanding, very selfish, and not listening to any lawyer's advice or suggestions. And she's gone through like 6 lawyers. She's just a mess, an absolute mess. So you can definitely obviously go back and listen to the replay. As I said, what I'm going to go ahead and do, guys, is I am going to put up the interrogation, the 2-hour interrogation a little bit later after I finish this. So, yeah, Sarah's drunk for sure. Yeah, so that brings back to the forefront the case of Sarah Boone, the Sarah My Case Boone murder. So that will be, I'm going to have to double check, as I said, and find out if it is going to be televised and streamed. We're going to be hearing a lot more about it, obviously, as we get, in the next couple of weeks as we get closer. So, yeah. So there we go. So, going to wind things down here. That's our Sunday Sarah My Case Boone episode. I would like to thank Absolutely Criminal for giving me their blessing and allowing me to utilize their most recent episode on Sarah Boone. Fantastic. As I said, if you guys haven't subbed to them, please do. They're great. They do all kinds of other cases as well. With that being said, you never know when I might pop back on sometime soon. But thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. You guys all take care. I will see you all very soon. I didn't have enough time to put a little tune together at the end like I usually do. So I'm just going to be cutting it short today. But there's tunage at the beginning, which I think probably will end up being, Sarah thinks is her theme song. What have I done to deserve this? Well, you're going to see. And that's just it, too. She's only in jail right now. She hasn't even been to prison. Wait till she gets to prison. What she's coasting on right now is high class. She's seen nothing. Oh, thanks, Fern. It was so great to see everybody. Oh, all right. Caught ya just before I now that person, welcome always, Maddie. Your mother banned and blocked for good. Thank you to my mods. I guess I better suck up to you guys now, because if I fire you, then I'm screwed. I ain't got nothing to protect me. So I love you, and I will think about a pay raise. I'll think about it. I'll let you know in 2024 if you're going to get one. Well, do the Brian Koberger case next. I've got a few videos I've put up. I think my God, hasn't YouTube done enough of Brian Koberger? I mean, there's going to be probably, I'm sure if something comes up, I'll definitely do a live about it. But I think at this point, everybody and their dogs, puppies, mother's son, sister's dentist, father has done streams on this. So I think between now and May. I mean, if something obviously changes, absolutely. But I don't think I'm going to do a stream just to discuss where and bring us up to where we are now. But going forward, things that happen, you got it, Simcast. Your wish will be my command. So happy Sunday, Monday if you are in Australia down under. You guys don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Take care, all. JC out.